From Pottsgrove High School, the PCTV network proudly presents the 2022 Pottstown Pride Basketball Tournament. Tonight, 3 championship games, and before that first game, we are pleased to have joining us Coach Scott Palladino, head coach at Pottsgrove High School, also known as Judge Palladino in the courtroom, a good judge of talent. And it's that time of year where you came off of March Madness, basketball junkies like you and me and Boyer, and then we go right into the NBA playoffs. But now another thing we can count on in our community, the Pottstown Pride Basketball Championship.
Yep. It's great to be back, Burn. We had a 2-year layoff with COVID, and the kids are really excited. We had a really good turnout this year, had over 230 kids, 22 teams, 3 different age groups. So, tonight it's a culmination of everything we did from three months ago. So kids are excited, coaches are excited, and we're ready to get it going.
And a little bit on the history now. This is the 4th tournament, correct? Championship tournament. You missed 2 years of COVID. What was that stretch of time like?
It was long time. The first year that we had everything set up, and then school kind of stopped at middle of March. So we had everything set up. We were ready to go, and then school shut down, and basically everything shut down. We couldn't do it, but like I said, everybody's happy to be back, and we're ready to roll.
And we'll have 3 separate age group championships. What was the bracketology like? Was it single game elimination to get to this point?
Yes, each team had 7 regular season games, and then we did a single elimination playoff tournament. So the top 2 seeds got byes, and then the other teams in the other throughout got pretty much seeded in according to how they finished throughout the standings in the year, and they just had a playoff.
And it's exciting to see Pottstown and Pottsgrove kids together, and we've got kids from all over other communities as well.
Correct. I think we have 8 different school districts that got involved. So it's growing, and it's from something that started 4 years ago to what it's grown into now. It's something that we can kind of Pottstown community can hang their hat on.
Well, you do a great job. I'm pumped up, and maybe someday we'll see these kids in high school playing some ball for you, eh?
No doubt.
All right, don't go away. We'll be right back with all the championship action.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
Welcome back, everyone. In the opening championship game, we will have the number 1 seed Phoenix, I call them the Phoenix Suns. They have adopted the name Suns. They're 8-0. They'll play the number 3 seed Warriors. The Suns roster: number 1, Max Gerard; number 2, Santana Robbins; number 3, Sage Carter; number 5, Nehemiah Burgess; number 10, Alexander Ramones; number 11, Jaden Stokes; 12, Mason Christian; 15, Sean Banks; 21, Ezra Wilkerson, coached by Jamie Parrish and Michael Tucker. The number 3 seed Warriors: number 2, Kavion Reinert Cotton; number 1, Kassir Reinert Cotton; number 3, Julius Williams; number 4, Jeremiah Williams; number 5, Hayden Soto; number 6, Montana Jones; 8, Hayden Chavos; 10, Kai Woodland; 11, Matthew Stingone; and 30, Silas Villa, coached by Dorian County and DJ Villa. And do we have the referee's name? I'm joined by Pottsgrove coach Scott Palladino. All right, we don't yet have the referee's names. We'll try to get that at halftime. We are at the home court of the Pottsgrove Senior High School team, and I'm sitting right next to the head coach of Pottsgrove. How's the team looking this year?
Getting a lot of early season work in, but we're a work in progress. We'll see what happens.
You guys are pretty young last year. I think future looks pretty bright.
Yes, yeah, we ended up starting 3 sophomores and a freshman, so we'll be together for a while.
Wow. Warriors have the basketball, and Soto all the way to the rack. Keep an eye on that kid.
This kid's electric.
Right off the bat, the quickness of the guard. You've seen the Soto kid, huh?
Yeah. And 12 on the Suns. This Christian kid can play.
Mason Christian with a beautiful pass inside, and Sean Banks converts. Soto again. Suffocating defense by the Suns. Ball gets away, goes past half court. It'll be half court violation. How many times a week were they practicing this year, Coach?
They were each of the teams were only given one practice time a week. They had like about an hour and a half practice, but to get 22 availability gym to get 22 different gyms available, it was tough. So we limited them to one practice, one game a week.
Okay. There's a baseline shot off the mark. Good hustle, offensive rebound in there by number 1, Reinert Cotton. Here come the purple shirts, and they are on the move. Scintillating action early on. We will have 3 championship levels, correct, Coach? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, there's 3rd and 4th. Next one will be the 5th and 6th, and then 7th and 8th.
Baseline J off the mark. Offensive rebound by Wilkerson. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names on this roster.
Yes. Good
nice
pass.
Dish, baseline jumper is long. Gerard with a clean look.
Now the last 2 times the last time these two teams played, it went into double overtime, and it got,
wow.
And so Mason Christian hit a shot with 6 seconds to go to win the game.
I'll tell you what, I got to tip my hat to you. Our managing director, Gus Ellis, noticed it also. The uniforms with the names and the numbers, awesome.
Thank you. You got to give the kids the swag. That's what they want.
Man, it is right from the get-go. You can feel the energy. Wow, a wild shot by Kassir Reinert Cotton. All Cotton. By Cotton. There's another familiar Pottstown name.
Oh, yeah.
Cotton.
No doubt.
Where do I know that name from?
Kaya Cotton was a player for the girls team. And she actually coached for us too this year.
And is there a Kenny?
Kenny Cotton as well, yes.
Wow, there's a timeout on the floor. At halftime, we were playing 2 20-minute halves. At halftime, we will honor and respect our sponsors. In conjunction with Coach Palladino, we have decided to sponsor this event along with a donation to Coaches versus Cancer. And then you're a big college basketball fan, so I know you're very familiar with that.
Oh yeah, it's something, Jim Valvano, Dick Vitale, Mike Krzyzewski played a real big part in it, and it's just keeps on growing. It's reached out to, not only just in the colleges, the high school, a lot of high school coaches and high school programs do different fundraisers for this all the time.
Well, we did a lot of work in the community. We have about 25 different sponsors that we will mention at halftime. Meanwhile, it's 4-2 early on. Banks in control, and look at that hustle D by Soto. Here come the blue shirt. Cotton all the way to the rack, gets his own rebound, and he is fouled. Coach, what are the points of emphasis skill-wise in your practices?
I mean, we're basically at the 3rd and 4th grade level. We're looking at just fundamentals. A lot of these kids, some of these kids have never played basketball ever. And then we have some that are, seasoned and are even playing travel ball. So you have kind of a different, 2 different wavelengths. So it's kind of trying to blend everything together, but we're basically focused on the fundamentals.
As he drills the first foul shot. Knocks down both foul shots. I'd like to see high school kids do that more often.
Geez, some of my guys can't even do that.
Oh, shaking and baking inside.
Oh,
Nice shot by Christian. They get the offensive rebound, and
Ezra.
it's good. A big hustle rebound inside
Ezra Wilkerson with a
by
putback.
Wilkerson.
There you go.
Stolen away by Christian. Crossover, back over. It's like Tyrese Maxey out there, man. Oh, another one. A beautiful shot for the Suns.
Max
Get his
Garrard.
number.
Max Garrard.
Gerard with the basket. Number 1. Double dribble. We will go the other way. Thanks to Pottsgrove High School and Athletic Director Steve Ansbach making us feel very welcome.
Yes, no doubt. And, you know, we did this between the two different schools, so, you know, I don't want to not include Justin Baker over at Pottstown because he did a heck of a job for us all year, you know, giving us gym space and everything else like that. I think together, and that was the big thing. We wanted to make it keep it a community event, you know, so what better way to do it than get both schools involved.
Nice. Justin's a good man. He was my personal trainer at LA Fitness. I see you over there pumping some iron.
A little bit. I got to get over there. I got to get some more.
Yeah,
I got to get over there a little bit more frequently.
You're repping with 315. So we're all tied at 6. Inside of 15 minutes remaining in half number 1. Bodies are flying, fans are crying. Man, Coach Parrish, he's out there like Doc Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
Burgess. Little off the mark.
You'll get in for a violation there.
You know, Coach, this is something
Good
these
hustle.
kids will remember the rest of their life.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said at the beginning. I mean, I'm proud of the way it's grown. It's just picked up steam each year, and I'm thinking even after this 2-year layoff that it's going to be even bigger next year.
Held ball, possession arrow. It'll be Suns basketball.
Yeah, I want to take the time to thank you and Gus about coming out here and actually doing the game too. So it's great. You just said it. The kids are going to remember this, and this is something that they are going to remember for a long time.
Well, thank you very much. We are thrilled to be here. Pass inside. We had a turnover, unforced. Good action early on. He's on the end line.
Yeah, you got to get that ball up. You got trapped in the corner there.
A beautiful new facility here, relatively new facility. But I was telling Gus before the game, some of the best games we ever did were at the old gym.
I love that old gym.
Oh, man, I thought the thing was going to fall down.
It didn't matter whether there was...
Pottstown, Pottsgrove basketball was intense.
Yeah, it didn't matter whether there was 100 people there or 500 people there. It just sounded like there was 1,000.
Oh, it was sold out every time we did. Every time we did a Pottstown and Pottsgrove basketball game at the old gym, sold out.
No doubt, no doubt. I think sometimes it's sold out in the JV game.
Yeah. And there goes the electric Soto. Shaking and baking. He's not afraid to give it up, too. I like he's unselfish.
Oh, underneath.
Reverse layup by Cotton. Not that time. Furious action early on.
Yeah, these kids, I tell you what, they impress me more and more each time I see them. Some of them stuff that they can do is very, they have a nice skill set.
Off the foot, good effort by Villa, but it will be going the other way. Were there any COVID protocols in effect with the reemergence of this, the Omicron variant?
No, we didn't have any shutdowns or anything else like that. There wasn't any, from the work. At the beginning, we had to wear masks, and stuff like that for the coaches. But we had 2 weeks of initial practice before we started to play. So the first 2 weeks, the masks were in effect, but after that they lifted everything, and we've been mask free since.
Okay. Reinhard Cotton is not shy. He'll put it up. He's long and rangy.
I expect this game to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, you said it was double overtime. I got a feeling we're going to be going overtime here. There's a travel violation.
Yeah, I guess last night there was the semifinals, and the Warriors defeated a tough Lakers team, and the Suns knocked off the Knicks team. So it was 2 good semifinal games, and these kids had to work hard to get to where they're at tonight.
Soto, pump, off the window. Hayden Soto with a bucket.
I got to bring it up. That's Tom McGee's favorite, a pump fake. you got to get a pump fake.
It was a lost art for a while, but I think Coach McGee brought it back. Coach McGee, one of our sponsors in tonight's game. Nice hustle rebound there by number 30, Villa. On the sideline, we will go the other direction.
So these guys, they have to play man-to-man defense, and they can't press until the last 2 minutes of the game. Every 5 minutes, there's subs, so everybody kind of plays equal playing time. The last 3 minutes in this level, you can free sub anywhere, so you can try and win the game.
Okay.
But most kids, you're going to get about equal playing time. And here we are, it's tied again.
Wow, all tied.
Here's our fourth tie.
Beautiful buzzer shot here. I didn't get his number. He's right in front of us. If he turns around, maybe we'll get a quick look there. There is number 11 with Jaden Stokes with a buzzer beater there. And we're all tied at 8. We have 10 minutes till halftime. So the format is similar to college, two 20-minute halves.
2 20-minute halves, but the clock runs. The clock runs until the last minute of each half, and we stop it for the subs. So every 5 minutes it'll stop just so the subs can come in, and then the clock will start. So it runs through, free throws, runs through, out of bounds, but just keeps the clock moving, keeps the kids going.
Now I've been following the action on Facebook. Former Springford star Ashley Wood, who scored 1,000 at Pottstown University. And will her team be in the championship?
No, they lost. They lost in the opening round this year. They lost in the opening round, but she did a heck of a job. She did a really good job. I'm just so fortunate to have a lot of coaches that have helped out, and former players, in the area.
Yeah, when somebody puts up 1,000 at the college level, the kids are going to listen to them, and it's nice to see female representation.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Are there any girls playing in the league?
We don't have any girls in this league. No, we do not.
If they want to, can girls play?
We try to kind of keep it separate. We're trying to start a girls league, but we just can't get enough interest. We can't get enough interest. We've tried it like 2 or 3 times to get registrations, and we'll get 30 registrations, but it'll be 10 kids in 3rd grade, 5 in 6th grade. So you don't want to have 3rd graders playing against 7th and 8th graders. So it's like we need to get the numbers up, and that's a goal for the 2 girls coaches, Coach Brenlinger and Coach Morton over at Pottstown. If we can get more girls out, get that interest going early.
Meanwhile, Sean Banks did knock down a foul shot a minute ago, and it looks like we'll get a push foul there on the baseline. Now, next year, if a parent has a girl that wants to play, will she be eligible to play?
We're thinking about going over to that route. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's just we haven't crossed that barrier yet, but we're trying to get that
right.
get that their own league started.
I guess you're happy to see some of those kids from Methacton graduate. Get them out of here.
Yeah.
Methacton with another championship. And the biggest surprise in my mind, looking back over your high school season, Norristown getting hot in the state playoff. Where did that come from?
They did. And they were kind of hit with COVID in the middle of the season. So they were, talking to their coach and everything, but they had the talent. They really did.
Did
and
you
just
play
they were just
Norristown?
trying to. Yeah, we did.
How'd you do again?
We actually only lost to them by 7 points. We played them down there too, and it was It was a good game, really good
I
game.
followed them on all their state playoff games on YouTube, and boy, they were playing at a high level. Roman Catholic eventually, nice shot from the baseline there for the Warriors. Cotton again. 7 minutes, 20 seconds till halftime. Stolen away. Here comes Kassir Reinert Cotton. Are we going to see any three launches?
You will see it at this level. I don't know if they'll go in, but you'll see it occasionally.
Cotton is what coaches describe as long.
Yes,
he looks like he's going to be one of those
definitely one of them basketball
6'2", 6'3" guys in high school.
Every time I look up at this scoreboard, it's tied. These teams are so evenly matched.
Yeah. Congratulations to Coach Jamie Paris, just recently getting his doctorate degree.
Banks.
Number 15, Banks. Sean Banks out of Franklin Elementary School with the bucket. Cotton again. Offensive rebound will stay down this end. Wilkerson with the defensive glass. Pretty good crowd on hand here. Good parental support.
Yes.
See some of my former players here. Anthony Smith is over there.
Yeah, I saw. He's a frequent attendant to all these games every week.
Does he have a kid playing, or is he?
I think he's just supporting the program.
Wow, he was all-star linebacker for Pottstown High School off the undefeated team of 02, and then he was the PSAC Defensive Player of the Year. Actually got some looks by NFL scouts.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Tremendous college career.
Where did he go to school at?
It was state school, and it was either Bloom or maybe Indiana. I have to double check my notes. But he made us proud.
Yeah, you had a heck of a team that one year. That 02 team.
He was a middle linebacker on the defense that did not allow a touchdown for the entire Pac-10 season.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's a 12-10 score here, 5:05 till halftime. Fast and furious action. And we're going to get some substitutions here.
And just to touch base, I know you brought up Ashley Wood, but in our 7th and 8th grade contest, you're going to see a familiar face as one of the coaches here. A former Villanova standout.
Not Mr. Howard Brown.
That would be him.
Oh boy.
So he took his third-seeded Villanova team, and beat the number 2 seed last night in the semifinals. So
and his kid, let me guess, his kid's on the team.
He is on the team.
His kid can play.
He can flat out play. That kid's going to be something. Yeah, he's going to be a 9th grader, and it would not surprise me. He's going to be a 4-year starter at the high school level.
Now, what school district is he in?
He's at Phoenixville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they got a nice program down there in Phoenixville.
They lost a lot of guys. They graduated back-to-back years. Last year they graduated 9 guys, and this year they graduated 10. So it's kind of like starting over for them.
That was that group that was together from middle school. I remember that group. They had that big 6'5" kid, too.
Yep.
Did he get a look for college at all?
I'm not sure where he's going.
He was 6'5", 245.
And he was a big kid. Yeah, he was.
Shaking and baking. Christian off the mark. Offensive rebound inside. The hustle is unbelievable. If only high school coaches would get their guys back on defense like that.
That's Coach Parrish for you.
Cotton will draw the blocking foul. I got to ask you, why is there not a charge circle in high school?
I think it's eventually going to come. It has to. It just
saying
does.
That for years.
I know.
It will simplify everything.
It will. You're right.
You put that circle under the basket area. If there's any collision, it is always a foul on the defense. If his feet are in the circle, keeps it real simple.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest call of any official to make.
Yeah, as I was just going to say, I'm an official too. I've been doing it for 15 years, and that's the block charge call is always the most heavily disputed call that you make.
Cotton threads the first foul shot.
Here we go again. He makes this one. We'll have another tie.
You know, I love basketball. I put a court in my backyard. These rims look kind of soft.
Yeah, they do. It's a shooter's court. Definitely a shooter's
friendly
court.
rims. You can tell by the sound.
Yeah.
I would love to shoot here. Christian with the rock. Puts it up off the glass. Count it.
This kid right here, you should see him. Even when they don't have practice, he is at Rupert playing outside. This kid loves to play. He's going to be something.
Look at him suffocating defense, too. Villa off the front iron.
Oh.
Hanks wanted to go, but Jones says no. Villa inside. A little strong. 2:45 till halftime.
Number 6, Montana Jones, is the brother of one of my players, Blessing Jones.
Okay. I got to ask you, your boy Manny was making us proud at the college level. As we get another bucket from Cotton, how's Manny doing at the college level?
Doing real good. He's doing real good at Gwinnett Mercy. You know, he took
name again?
Manny Clark.
Right, Manny
And
Clark.
He you know, going to run the point for them again this year, and you know he's had a heck of a two
correct
seasons.
me if I'm wrong. Manny dropped on Pottstown. And you were coaching at Pottstown,
Yeah,
right?
I don't want to talk about that night.
What did he drop on you? 40?
No, it was like 43 that night.
He dropped 43 on you.
Yeah. Every time I see him at LA Fitness, he reminds me of it too.
He was a heck of a player, and
Yeah, he was.
You know, he's putting up some good numbers at the college.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like I said, he had to wait his turn. He sat behind former PJP player Rich Dunham, and
okay.
you know, sat behind him, and you know, learned the ropes, and you know, kind of, you know, heir apparent to him now. He's taking over.
All right. Who's the greatest player at the high school level you ever saw in this area?
In this area?
Tri-County area.
I mean, we just talked about him a little bit ago.
Yeah,
you know, to watch Howard play it was something back in the day what he could do.
Yeah, I would have to say Howard. Del Savage, very good player.
Yes.
You know.
And Mike Ames from
Oh my God.
from St. Pius, you know,
Mike
could just
Ames
flat
put up
out fill it
big
up and went to
numbers.
Delaware and had a great career at Delaware and played overseas.
And you know, Jared Lenko scored a 2,000, but he played
Westmont.
at a smaller level, so not as competitive. But he was a heck of a player.
Brett Eppenheimer too. You know, Brett Eppenheimer had a really good career overseas as well after playing at St. Pius.
Inside of 2 minutes till halftime, 14-13 advantage for the team in purple, the Suns. I'm here with Pottsgrove head basketball coach, Scott Palladino, also known as Judge Palladino in the district court number what?
38-111.
Okay.
Cover half of Pottstown and all of West Pottsgrove Township.
Well, hopefully I won't have to remember that to go there. Oh boy, look at this, Villa. Off the window, left-handed from the right side. Too strong. We get the offensive rebound again. They're playing defense like the Sixers, giving up all that offensive rebound.
Just short on that baseline drive. That was a great drive. Silas had a nice baseline drive, just left a little short.
Almost a 5-second violation. They're going to call a foul on Burgess, number 5. A non-shooting foul. Cotton weaves his way in for the bucket. Oh my.
Wouldn't be denied. Yeah, he was a one-man gang there.
Will we see Matt Boyer here tonight?
I don't think he's coming tonight. I tried to get him out. He's got other plans. Look at it, right back at him. Banks.
Banks again. He's diminutive, but he is tough. Banks with a steal. He's got eyes. Takes it to the rack, and he's fouled. 14 seconds till halftime.
Yeah, the Suns have a nice 1-2 punch with the guards. The 15 Sean Banks and 12 Mason Christian. Those two kids, they get after you defensively.
Playing more like Eugene Banks. And you two are young to remember him. Inside again, 10 seconds. Coming up till halftime. Travel violation. Plenty of time to get a shot off, 8.3 seconds.
Yeah, without them being able to put pressure up, they should be able to get a good look. Got to push. Look at this.
Stolen away. Yeah, no. 16-15. Suns with a 1-point advantage. And now it's time to thank our sponsors. I want to mention them all by name. These proceeds going to Coaches versus Cancer and bringing this broadcast into your living room. Thanks to Yakalac Construction, Superior Credit Union, A.D. Moyer, Catagnas Funeral Home, Reading Country Club, Manor Golf Course, Butter Valley Golf Course, Blackwood Golf Academy, Rich Ashburn Jr., Coach Tom McGee, Coach Scott Palladino, Gloria Gallagher, Al Ganoza, Coach Lavert Hughes, Roseanne Gallagher, Rob Gallagher, Bernie Gallagher, Gus Tellett, Coach Rod Johnson, Mike Vassett, Ron Civic, Aaron Bolt, James Becker, the PCTV Network, Pottsgrove High School, James Lewis, Informed Family Financial Services, Wheels in Motion, U.S. Piping, O'Donnell Weiss and Matei PC, and Pottstown Oral and Maximal Surgery. Thank you so much for making this happen, and you're helping us with a fantastic cause, Coaches versus Cancer. We'll be back with second half action.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
Welcome back. It's second half action, the championship game number 1. We're at the Pottsgrove High School. I'm here with head boys basketball coach Scott Palladino. Scott, your assessment of the first half.
I mean, yeah, like I said, these two teams, they played each other twice, and the second time they played, even the first game was a 4-point game. But they played each other 2 weeks ago, the regular season finale for the number 1 seed. It went double overtime, and Mason Christian knocked down a shot with 6 seconds to go. So if you look at it right here, we had how many lead changes in the first half, how many ties. I'm telling you, this could be one of those games, whoever has the ball last could win it.
And your team will compete at which level?
5th and 6th grade.
And they're in the championship game.
Correct. They went the other way. They're going the wrong way. They switched the basket. They're shooting at the wrong basket. Now they got it. No, they don't have it.
The coach is out on the court.
Calling timeout. He's trying to call a timeout. Yeah, I think they got mixed up here in second half, and they sent the kids the wrong way, and they were shooting at the wrong basket.
You know, there's a first. I've not seen that 20 years of broadcasting, shooting at the wrong basket.
3rd and 4th grade, so Bern, you got to take it. You got to take it with what it's worth.
God bless these kids. Their effort is amazing.
Oh my God, these guys are all over the place. They just lay it on the line.
You gotta love it, my goodness.
Oh my God. Like I said, the talent level that some of these kids have at this age group, the sky's the limit for them. If they keep working at what they're doing, working at their craft over the next couple of years, you said at the beginning we could see a couple of these kids. You could be broadcasting their high school games.
Oh man. 16-15. for the grade 3 and 4 championship of the Pottstown Pride League run by Coach Scott Palladino. There's a hard foul inside. Any flagrant fouls we're going to see?
I hope not.
Pass inside. Wilkerson seems to always be near the ball. He fires a 3. No good.
Oh, they got to get back. Can't steal the ball. Once they have the possession, they can't steal the ball until there's 2 minutes left in the game, then they can press. But once they have possession of the ball, they got to get back on defense.
Oh, okay.
Now that rule will change as the age groups go up.
Draws the foul. Nice job inside.
Yeah, so at the 5th and 6th grade division, the second half, they're allowed to press the entire second half unless they're up by 15 or more. And 7th and 8th grade is just basketball. You can do whatever you want. You can play man, zone, press from the word jump.
Number 5, Hayden Soto, out of Rupert Elementary at the line. See, the Rupert principal is here.
Yes, Matt Moyer.
Yeah.
Taking the timeout, and he used to be a coach in this league, and you know his son kind of aged out, and he did an excellent job too coaching. But it's good to see him out here supporting his kids. I mean, I look at these rosters. There's a lot of Barth and Rupert kids on here.
It's
so
amazing. Rupert probably has more kids than anybody.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and you know, Coach Parrish is the teacher over at Rupert, so he's doing some scouting.
Hard foul inside.
That was a good play inside.
Soto not going to give up the easy bucket. And number 12, Mason Christian, will go to the line. I'll tell you, this is great to see kids this young playing basketball.
This is great in general to see people back in the gym. Like this year was just, it was like a breath of fresh air to get back in the gym, and you know the restrictions were kind of, you know, the kids weren't having to wear masks and everything else like that. So it was good.
Didn't have this when I was growing up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we played so much football and baseball, and then in 6th grade, the basketball coach just pulled me off the football team. I had hardly ever touched the basketball. So it took a whole year to get used to it.
Oh yeah,
you know?
No doubt. And I think that 2-year layoff, there's some gaps in some of the, you know, skill set. And they'll catch it. You know, it'll catch up to them.
Cotton so active in the first half. Soto.
This kid's electric.
I honestly think if I played Soto one-on-one, I might win, but he would probably make me look a little foolish. He's quick as a cat, man.
He is, and he can handle that ball. That's a great matchup, Christian and Soto.
So you had no COVID testing program, or how did that work? The school district handled all that?
Yeah, school district handled all that, and once they gave us clearance that we didn't have to do it. I mean, like I said at the beginning, you know, parents had to, if they came to practices, they had to wear masks. When we had our evaluations, we had to wear a mask and everything else like that.
Most people are vaccinated, you know.
Yeah.
But I saw Lower Merion instituted mask policy starting on Monday.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
another school in Montgomery County brought it back. Starting Monday, on the bus and in the school, everyone must wear a mask.
Oh, wow, I didn't see that.
Soto with the ball again behind the back. This kid is electric. Stolen away by Christian. Christian going coast to coast. Tries a Euro step. They're going to call travel. Come on. They don't call that on Giannis. If I could say his last name, Adetokounmpo, the announcers all mispronounce it all the time.
Yeah. Let's call him the Greek Freak.
Yeah, the Greek Freak.
It's easier to say.
Another Euro step. These guys are watching the Greek Freak on TV. Are you surprised he's eliminated from the playoffs?
I think the injury to Chris Middleton really hurt them this year. Yeah. So, you know, for him to do it by himself, it's tough, you know. And
how'd the Sixers let Holiday get away?
I had no idea. I know.
Give me a break.
I know. how they let the Celtics coach get away? He was an assistant. Udoka was an assistant for the Sixers, and now he's leading his team to the Eastern Conference Final.
Wow. Meanwhile, Sixers are drafting people like Markelle Fultz, who forgot how to shoot. Like literally forgot how to shoot.
Yeah. And Ben Simmons, who wouldn't shoot.
Yeah, unbelievable. 2 #1 draft picks. Neither of them could shoot.
Yeah.
18-16. Baseline jumper, no good. Soto with a good pass. Jones gives it up. A 3 launch by Cotton. Here come the purple shirts. Little bit of ball. They're letting them play. I love it. Jones with good defense.
Got him in a corner. There you go.
Man, these parents are getting into it, man. The body language in the audience is amazing. They're on the edge of their seat.
Yes. You know, they always say that it's hard to beat the same team 3 times in the season, and that's what we're looking at here. The Suns are trying to have that daunting feat. What's that?
Your championship game coming up next, right? Or
yes.
how do you size your opponent up?
The first time we played it was a 3-point game. They were beating us by 15 at one point. They jumped on us real early, got up to a 15-point lead, and kind of the press in the second half kind of willed us back. But they're tough. They're tough. They got some size. They got good guards. It's going to be a good game.
Here come the purple shirts, the Suns. Banks fires up a running one-hander. Cotton off the window, yes. Boy, I guess you'd like to see more Pottsgrove Elementary schools on this roster here.
Yeah, there's a couple lower Pottsgrove kids. As the night wears on, you'll see some more Pottsgrove kids.
Okay. Jones, no. Cotton with a rebound.
This kid is tough.
Cotton on fire.
Tyseer Cotton is taking this game over.
22-16. Warriors in blue on top. Cotton again. Stolen away by Banks. Push foul will stay here.
It's the biggest lead of the night. This is... Got to pass it in here.
I like this Jones kid with the basketball,
yes.
too. Oh, look at this. Blows by the defender. Stops and fires a baby jumper.
Wow.
And as I mentioned his name, he drills the bucket.
Montana Jones.
The lead has expanded to 8. Warriors in blue.
Oh,
nice shot.
I would like some old school stuff right there. Backed him down, got to where he wanted it, and he used the glass.
Mason Christian with an important bucket.
Yeah, they were starting to stretch it out there.
Soto. And he draws the foul again. Now, are there substitution rules?
Yeah, every 5 minutes. Like I said, everybody has to play. So it's not, we're going to play our best players. It's everybody has to come in. So every 5 minutes, whistle will blow and they'll come in.
Gerard with a 3-ball. Boy, you don't need a shot clock here, that's for sure.
No.
They are firing away.
They are.
DJ Villa, the coach of the Warriors, when I was head baseball coach at Pottstown, he played for me. He's a good athlete.
There you go. His son Silas is on the Warriors.
Yeah, look at it. Christian putting on a show. Banks off the foot, going the other way.
These kids just got to stay composed. There's a lot of time left, and just keep working. Just keep working. They can't get down on themselves, and a lot of time left to go.
Buzzer goes off. They continue play. Now, why are we hearing a buzzer?
Because it's every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes.
Does the play have to finish then? Does that bucket have counted? We have 9 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the championship game of the Pottstown Pride basketball tournament. This is the first of 3 championship games. Head Pottsgrove coach Scott Palladino running the show. What seed are you in the upcoming game?
We were the number 1 seed. We're playing the number 3 seed Florida State team. So, like I said, the top 3 teams in that division we went down to the last week of the season, and us and another team were both undefeated. So we played off for the number 1 seed. Played for the number 1 seed. It was a 4-point game. So
okay.
It was very, very. There was probably like the top 4 teams were very evenly matched.
So last night were the semifinals.
Yes.
How did your team perform in the semifinals?
We beat the Miami team by 8 last night.
One of your better performances?
No, it wasn't. But that's to be expected. The kids were nervous, playoffs, a lot of people here, so you never know what you're going to get. Hopefully they don't, shy away from the spotlight tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there he goes.
Bacon and bacon, but Banks. Perpetual motion by number 15 in purple, Sean Banks. Pump fake Banks.
Oh, follow. Good pass ahead. Way to pass the ball ahead.
Jones with the elbow. Wilkerson on the move. Look at the big guy handle the rock.
Time up. Ooh.
Held ball, possession arrow. And we'll stay down at this end. Suns in purple will retain possession. They're down 6 with 8:25 to go. They need a bucket here.
Stay with it.
The crowd is growing as the night moves on, and by the 3rd game, we should have a packed house.
Yeah. Everybody stays here. They will be packed.
Soto inside. Count it.
This Warriors team came back last night. They were down 7 with about 8 minutes to go, and they took control of the game and won by 4 to advance to today's game.
They are letting them play.
Yeah.
Like NBA playoffs, no blood, no foul. Nice bucket inside for number 30, Villa.
Yeah, they're taking control of this game right now. Purple, you got to take one possession at a time. There's no 10-point baskets out here. Good take.
Alexander Ramones draws the foul.
Should get 2 at the line here. These are 2 big shots here. You got to knock these down, cut into this 10-point lead.
6:22 and counting.
There you go.
How many timeouts does each coach get?
Get two a half, 2 45-second ones a half. Way to knock down that shot.
These games will be broadcast on YouTube along with Comcast Cable. Just search on YouTube for the PCTV network and you can see football, baseball, basketball, graduations, proms, all kinds of stuff. Gus Tellis, our managing director. Tellis Vision LLC. A lot of cool stuff coming up. Last night, O&J. Congrats to coaches Gilbert, Fisher, Hensley, and Candelo on capturing the PAC championship.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And I got to give a shout out to Springford. They played well in the championship. Coach Harrison, Mansfeld, Eschbach, Hayes, and Terry. I told them I'd give them a shout out tonight. They made the Final Four in the state 1 year ago, and we have 3 high seeds in district. A lot of exciting baseball coming up.
Come on, Sean, you got to knock this down.
Pottsgrove tennis team, the doubles. Troy Watts and Wyatt Lear. Who was that coach of that tennis team? Somebody familiar name? Gus something?
Yeah.
Gus Tellis, those guys making it all the way into district. 5 minutes left in this game. An 8-point advantage for the Warriors in blue.
This will be the final sub. Well, not the final one. They're getting free sub in another 2 minutes, but.
Number 1 seed could be going down. They are undefeated, the team in purple. Warriors with 2 losses. So you getting any sleep along with your full-time job and running this every night?
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough.
How many nights a week was practice again?
We had practices 4 nights a week, and then we had games on Friday, Saturday. So this league has kept me busy 6 nights a week. But I love it. I love it. I mean, just to watch these kids go out here and compete, I mean, it's something for me.
Now, you're a dog person like me. Who's taking care of your dog?
I got to, I sneak him in here and there.
I got my dog fenced in. He's got complete reign of the outdoors, so I can go away, and he's got a doghouse with a front porch.
Oh, there you go.
4:39 remaining in the game. Still an 8-point deficit. Christian, a little short. Nice rebound by Cotton.
Got to get back. Oop. Turnover.
Good effort, but they stepped on the line. Will go the other way.
No doubt.
They're going to need.
Purple's got to make the most of their possessions right now. 8-point lead, cut into this 8-point lead. Oh.
Try to draw the foul. Who'll get called for traveling. Coach Jamie Paris going to make some substitutions shortly.
Oh, there
Here
you go.
come the Suns in purple. Oh, nice.
It seems
jump
like
stop. Christian sees Wilkerson, fires.
Ooh.
And again, Cotton's got to have 12 rebounds.
Just seems like every time Christian gets a fast break, number 5 Soto's there to stop him, cut him off. Great defense.
Cotton inside. Nice shot inside by Julius Williams. Now there's a basketball name. Julius.
No doubt. The dot.
Christian fires off the mark. 10-point advantage, 3 minutes left.
Oh, there's steal. Let's go. Got to convert here. There's that Soto kid. There he is.
Again, Cotton cleans the glass. Little scoop. No good. The big guy, Wilkerson, coast to coast. Jump stop. Gives it up.
Good pass.
Nice pass. Burgess fires.
Christian, stay with it. Stay with
Rebound
it.
by Christian.
Gotta shoot it. 3 seconds.
Yeah, I was going
3
to say,
seconds.
that's a 3-second violation. Timeout on the floor, 2:19 left. What will we see at the third and final game tonight, the 7th and 8th grade?
Oh, that's going to be a very good game. You have an undefeated Oregon team. That's a team that's comprised of a lot of Pottsgrove kids. And you're going to see, you know, that Villanova team, that Howard coach, and he's been on a run these last couple of weeks. So he's finished real strong. Should be a real good game.
So Howard's son is in 8th grade now.
Correct.
So he'll be going to 9th grade. They probably play, and like you said, on the varsity.
Yeah, I mean, there's talks that he could be a 4-year starter.
Wow.
And after you watch him play tonight, you're probably going to be convinced yourself.
If you're new to the area, we're talking about Howard Brown, who scored 1,000 at Pottstown for the '93 state champions, then went on and scored 1,000 for Villanova, and became a professional basketball player in Spain, where he met a beautiful young lady over there. They got married and had a son, and he'll be playing in the third game tonight, and he's got quite a future.
Now this last 2 minutes, they're going to be able to go full court pressure, so it's going to get real intense.
Alexander Ramones draws the foul. Good crowd on hand. Friday night.
Looks like they're filing in still, too.
Now you changed it up a little bit. You had gone Saturdays in the past, right?
Yeah, we did do the Saturday thing, and you know, you run into some when you get into the older groups, some kids that play AAU, they miss the championship game, so they're going to play AAU instead. So we want to try to get everything done tonight.
Yeah, I think you get a better crowd on a Friday.
9-point game here.
Well, it's going to take a miracle. They're going to need 3 threes, basically. And they are not holding. Oh, my goodness.
They are.
Kassir, Reiner, Cotton with a gorgeous move inside. That could seal the deal.
Good.
Inside of 1 minute.
Oh. Shoot it. There you go, Ramon.
Ramon.
There it is.
Oh, there's a 3. Alexander Ramon.
I think he hit that one from Gilbertsville.
Wow. The Gilbertsville native drains the triple. So who do you like in the NBA playoffs if you had a pick? Who do you think's going to win it all?
I don't know. I mean, it's wide open this year.
One team.
It's wide open this year. I was cheering for the Suns, and you know, I don't know what happened to them in Game 7.
If I had to bet the house, I hate to say it, but I would bet on the Celtics.
Yeah, right now you might be right, but I can't underestimate Golden State's championship pedigree. You know,
Oh, I mean,
you can't forget about that.
Hey, with Seth and Clay.
They won by 30 the other night against
Definitely.
a hot Mavericks team. So we'll see. I don't know.
How does Steph Curry shoot so effortlessly from ridiculous, 30,
Yeah. This guy warms up at half court.
But I mean, I went down to that complex in King of Prussia, and they have one NBA court. And I'm so used to shooting threes from the high school level. And when you stand at a three-point line at 28 feet, it's like an ocean.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They make it look easy.
They're intentionally fouling right here, trying to get him to the line.
They're up 8. The team in blue, the Warriors, number 3 seed, looking to pull off the upset over number 1 seed Suns in purple.
There should be a steal. Here we go.
Man, that Banks kid has got a motor.
Yes, he does.
27 seconds remain in the championship game.
Oh, they're going to
Hold
hold
on to it.
They're going to hold it.
Good coaching.
That is. I mean, they don't have to score another basket. They got to take care of the ball, don't turn it over, and, you know, they're going to get out of here with a W. Oh.
Bodies are flying. Travel violation, 13 seconds remain.
Great hustle play. You see both kids getting floor burns. Gotta love that. Must be a championship game.
So we'll have 2 other guest commentators coming up, right?
Correct.
What's the preview on that?
I think you're in good hands. You have my brother Steve Palladino, and you have Coach Parrish that's coaching the Suns here in the last game.
Well, he's not a rookie. He did it with me 3 years ago. That's it!
It's over.
The Warriors in blue capture the Pottstown Pride championship by a score of 32-24. Thanks to Coach Scott Palladino, Gus Tellis, I'm Bernie Gallagher. Don't go away. We'll be back with championship game number 2. Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for championship game number 2, the 2022 Pottstown Pride Basketball Championship, and I am pleased to be joined by our color commentator, Steve Palladino, the assistant principal at Pottstown Middle School, also coached basketball for a long time. Steve, Bernie Gallagher, play-by-play, Gus Tellis, managing director. Great to have you here, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. This is gonna be a good game right here. Tip them up, watch them play. Here we go.
So we've got Florida State, the number 3 seed, against. I've got 2.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I need a Texas roster.
You need to flip it.
Yeah.
Flip it. You're good.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right, Texas is undefeated, 8-0. They are the team in orange, and they are coached by Scott Palladino. And the Florida State, the number 3 seed, there's a bucket early on by Florida State, number 23, with a bucket, Darius Tinson.
That was a really strong rebound by Darius there, and a good putback. Put it right up.
Fadeaway jumper on the baseline off the mark. Darius Tinson and Chris Drost, the coach for the team in yellow, Florida State. Texas in orange, Florida State in yellow. Nice to see a former player of mine down there, Darius Tinson.
Yeah.
There's a nice bucket inside. Now he's got a camo jersey on.
Yeah.
Do we know his name?
I'm pretty sure that's Justin Burke. I could be incorrect on that though. No, it's not Justin Burke.
Okay, we'll see if we can find out.
Yeah.
Maybe at halftime, give him credit.
Let me look down here. Hold on.
Going to the foul line for Florida State, number 4, Justin Burke. But we'll get that information for you in plenty of time. Meanwhile, Steve, you coach basketball for quite a while. Amazing how often these kids are working 3-4 nights a week practicing.
Oh yeah, it's really good though to get them out here, get a chance to learn the fundamentals down at this level, and then you get this action out here. You get out on the big floor playing in front of all these people. It's really exciting for these kids. Real exciting.
Cassidy Jackson with a long triple off the mark. Ball nearly stolen away by Burke. End-to-end action here. And our boy in camo with a runner down the lane and another bucket.
I believe that's Cole Smerecki. I'm pretty sure that's who that is.
Okay.
Yep.
Might have left the jersey at home.
Yeah.
That's not a good feeling when you open your gym bag and the jersey's not in.
Yep.
Stepping on the line inside, it's a turnover. Texas in orange be going the other way. Again, the team in orange is the #1 seed, undefeated, coached by Scott Palladino, the head basketball coach at Pottsgrove High School, and Darius Tinson and Chris Droth coaching the team in yellow, the #3 seed. Stolen away. Droth with a bucket.
Good concentration there by Chase Drost, making sure he finished that layup.
Now, Coach Palladino, Steve, what are the basic rules or formats for these games?
So in this particular game, I'm pretty sure this is basketball, Bernie. Like, they can play pretty much any defense they would wish. They can play zone, they can play man if they want, they can press. So you're going to get a much better taste of a full end-to-end game here rather than what you saw in the last one with the 3rd and 4th grade.
Okay.
And I think actually that'll go into play as soon as the second half hits.
All right, and going to the foul line right now is Smirecki,
Yeah.
#5. He's very active early on.
Yes, he is. He sure is. Got to make up for the fact he doesn't have that jersey on there. You got to let him know who he is.
Now, you coach at Pottsgrove School District for a number of years.
Yeah,
now that you're an administrator, are you able to coach?
No. Unfortunately, the time has probably passed me for coaching at the school level. Probably the next time I coach will be for my daughter, which I just also had at the start of the year.
Congratulations
so.
on that, you and your lovely wife.
Yep.
Giving birth. What's the kid's name?
Aria.
Oh, cool name.
Yep.
Everybody's healthy? Mom's okay?
Yep. Mom's good.
Good. I got a good story about Darius Tinson, the coach standing right in front of you.
Okay.
The yellow team at Florida State. He played football. He's number 21 for Pottstown. We had a pretty good team that year.
Ooh.
He played in the Sean Lacey era. We had like a 9-2 season. He holds a distinction, as far as I know, the only one I've ever seen in this area. He returned an onside kick for a touchdown against O&J on Thanksgiving.
Oh my goodness.
What are the odds of an onside kick being returned for a touchdown?
I mean, that's grit and determination right there. That's just picking up the ball, and nobody's going to stop you once you get it.
Yeah. And his group never lost to O&J, never lost to Pius, and never lost to Pottsgrove. So they were 9-0 in what the kids called the City Series.
Okay, all right.
They're proud of that.
I'll bet you there's not a lot of teams that can say that. Now, on this play that got Cassidy Jackson here to the line, that was, let me see, it was Colton Kirby made a pass, and Cassidy had a nice seal in order to get fouled underneath there, at least get one of his 2 free throws.
Boy, I like this Cassidy Jackson kid. He's long.
He's strong, too. See a lot of strength out of him.
7-5 early on. We'll play 2 20-minute halves. Dribble drive inside. Offensive rebound, no go. Burke again, very active and drains it.
And he gets a friendly roll there, the left-handed stroke. Give us 2.
Never met a lefty that couldn't shoot.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that true, though?
It's 100% true.
And Coach Palladino. Oh, beautiful pass.
That was
inside,
a great backdoor cut.
We were talking about these rims in the first game. They are some soft rims.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Friendly rims.
Ooh.
Ball rolls out of bounds. Texas in orange will gain possession. Now, you coached in the Pottstown Pride.
I did. For the first about 5 years that Pride was happening, I coached for it. Both 3rd and 4th grade. I did 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th. So did a little bit of everything in different years. It was fun. And then this year, I told Scott that I would help him out in whatever capacity needed me. He knew I was having a baby, so I was a great runner there.
Beautiful shot by number 30, Chase Freese.
Yeah.
So does your newborn daughter know she's going to be playing basketball?
I mean, not yet, but she will. That was a good shot there, too. I didn't get that kid's number. Good little runner. Let's see who that was.
He turns his back.
I know,
we'll
I
give
can't
him,
tell.
Credit.
Number 2.
Number 2
Derek
for
Marlowe.
Florida State. Derek Marlowe
Oh, yeah.
out of French Creek.
Oh.
And a nice bucket inside again for Texas. Anthony Miller III
Yeah.
with the bucket.
Got a lot of action here so far, Bern.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Oof.
Runner on the lane off the mark.
All
Now,
right.
did you see the entire third and fourth, the first game?
I caught probably the last 5 minutes of the first half on. Yeah.
Fast and furious.
Oh, yeah, it was. A lot of end-to-end
Oh,
action.
my goodness. Pass inside. Cannot convert again. Battle for the rebound. We're going the other way.
Ooh.
Man, number 23, Darius Tinson, for a 5th, 6th grade level. Hey, he's got to be 5'10", 5'11".
He's a big body, yeah. I see him roaming the halls at the middle school, and I'm sure, the coaches at Pottstown there are licking their chops. Can't wait for him to get up to age there to play next year.
Dribble drive by Miller. Kirby fires and gets the roll from these oh-so-friendly rims.
Yep.
Burke with that dominant left hand. Good vision, nice pass. Can't convert, stolen back by Tinson. No bucket. We're going the other way.
Yeah, so they'll be able to do backcourt defense in the second half here.
So when you coached in the program, what were the points of emphasis?
I mean, really, we were trying to get these kids to focus on fundamentals. We only practice 1 day a week, so you really have to take that time in the hour 15 minute or hour and a half time that you have and really focus on, making sure that all your kids know the specific skills of the game. You're taking time for those fundamentals. You work in some plays here and there to try to get some kids that exposure to it. And then once you get out here and play, a lot of these guys aren't used to playing 40-minute games like this where the clock runs. And you get the substitutions every 5 minutes, which is good because everybody gets a chance to play.
Tinson with the rebound. Here come the yellow shirts. Burke with the back and forth down the boulevard. Draws the foul.
That was a great crossover at the top of the key. Found some daylight there in the lane. And then just got whacked as he came across. So let's see if Mr. Burke here can get his team a couple points at the charity stripe.
Now your brother's an official. Do you officiate also?
I do, yeah, I do. I've been doing it now for about 14 years. So.
Well, being a middle school assistant principal, you do a lot of officiating.
I do, I absolutely do.
So I want to get your opinion. We talked about it in the first game. Why in the world is there not a charge circle at the high school or youth level?
Why don't they have a charge circle yet?
Do you think there should be one?
I think there should be. I really do. But, there isn't one in college, though, is there? I don't think there's a charge circle in college.
I'm not 100% sure, but, it's as your brother described, got to be the most difficult call in all of sports.
Oh, it is. 100%.
Block charge.
And did you know there's a blarge?
I did not know that.
Yes, you can call both at the same time. I learned that on my reffing days.
But yet, when you look in the rule book, it states clearly any contact within the charge circle is the foul is always against the defensive player.
Yeah, correct. So these free throws, I have a feeling, are going to be very, very important come the end of this game, the way that things are shaping up so far.
Looks like we may have had a lane violation?
I believe so. That's what it looks like.
9:07 till halftime. This is the championship game of the Pottstown Pride tournament, culminating, what's it been, about 2 months of work?
About 2 months, yeah. I think it equated to about 9 weeks or so, just over.
Man, a lot of hustle, end-to-end action.
Chase Drost again.
Chase Drost from Pottstown Middle School showing good feet, very good athlete.
Oh, yeah. He's been very active so far, very active.
Drops the first one. I've always considered foul shooting, rebounding, and protecting the basketball, calling them, that's my big three.
I was just going to say the last one with turnovers, absolutely.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more on those three. If any coach goes back at the end of a game and you lose a close one and you're keeping statistics on all three of those, you can always point to one of them, if not more than one.
Especially foul shooting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a backcourt violation. All right. That's really good defense by Florida State there. Really good, forcing them. They didn't really have anywhere to go.
$7:15 till halftime.
Ooh.
Launches a tray from the corner is Drost. Ball's out of bounds.
I think they're going to call defense in the backcourt there and give possession to Texas there.
Nice look inside, but can't convert. Good rebound by Burke. Burke on the move. Step back, Jay. Blocked. Nice offensive rebound inside. Travel violation, good call.
I'd have to say right now, the Florida State team is definitely winning the rebound battle. They got to get these chippies in now. A couple more of these bunnies that they're catching inside. They got to make those.
I just double checked my memory. There is a charge circle in college.
There is?
Yes.
Okay.
6:06 till halftime. We have a 1-point game. Drost on the move down the boulevard, but he steps on the end line.
And that's a smart timeout there by the Gold team. I think calm them down a little bit. There seems to be some nerves here on both teams, having trouble finishing at the rim.
So now as these kids matriculate into school ball, can sixth graders play school ball, or is it just 7th and 8th?
So interscholastic sports starts with 7th grade.
So a sixth grader cannot play?
No, they cannot, no.
Okay.
And most of the schools have some type of intramural program put together in order for them to kind of hone their skills. I would also care to surmise that a lot of these kids get a chance to play in other leagues outside of school as well.
You must be a conflicted fan these days when Pottsgrove plays Pottstown.
It's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm cheering for a Potts, you know. So.
Again, this is the second of 3 championship games. Grades 7 and 8 will be next, and I understand Howard Brown's kid can play a little.
Oh, he can. He sure can. He'll be a Phoenixville product.
Smarecki with the camo jersey. Jackson. Good effort. Can't convert. Kirby with the Euro. Oh my!
What a move. So that was a great move there, Byrne. For him to kind of fake one way, go the next, get the finish at the rim, that's important. Like I said, a lot of these guys haven't been finishing at the rim, so we'll see how it goes. Great jumper.
Burke buries the jumper. And we'll get some
Final
substitutions.
sub of the half.
4:58 till halftime. We have a 1-point game. I got a feeling we could be looking at a little overtime.
Oh, man. Extra basketball for free? Come on now.
Worth the price of admission. I saw that concession stand in between games. They're making some money tonight.
Yeah, they are. They sure are.
I love the jerseys with the names and the numbers on them.
Kids love them too. You should see the halls at the middle school. They're all the kids are wearing them. It's great.
Nice. Tenacious defense by Florida State in yellow. Another Euro. People watching Giannis, I think, on TV.
Most likely.
The Greek Freak.
Got a little eager on that one. Second half. Wait for the second half. It's going to get even more frenetic.
.420 and counting. Florida State in yellow, the number 3 seed, against undefeated Texas in orange, number 1 seed.
Wow.
I'm looking at your brother's roster. It's almost all Pottstown Middle School and French Creek.
Oh, yeah. They got a couple French Creekers in there. Yeah, mostly Pottstown Middle School. I think they have a Pottsgrove.
He's
in
got
there.
one Pottsgrove,
Yep.
Chase Freese. A running one-hander in the lane, off the mark. Going the other way. Rejected. Great defense by Anthony Miller III. Miller takes it the other way. Offensive glass by Kirby. Triple off the mark. Here come the yellow shirts. Drost draws the foul. He'll go to the charity stripe.
Another strong take there by Chase Drost. Another strong take. Gonna try to make some hay here at the free throw line.
Like NBA playoffs, there will be no layup.
I guess not.
What a time of the year. I asked your brother, I put him on the spot. If I had to bet the house, I picked the Celtics to win it all. Who would you bet on? Who'd pick one team?
I mean, right now, I like the Celtics too. They seem to be the best team, playing the best team ball. But if I'm rooting for a team, I'm rooting for the Heat. I want to see Jimmy Butler down there.
Yeah, he's playing very well.
Yeah. And both free throws knocked down. I love to see that. Ooh, all right.
Another foul.
A little bit more action here. You got Anthony Miller now is going to join the charity stripe here, line him up for 2.
Now, I saw a kid that I coached, Tony Miller. Is that his son?
I'm not sure. I don't want to say that it is. It could be.
Tony Miller, a star quarterback and baseball player at Pottstown. He is here tonight.
Okay.
And he was on the baseline looking energized. I get a feeling this might be one of his young ones.
Uh-oh.
And there go the lights.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Got a little bit of sunlight coming in through the corner of the gym.
We got like the Ravens and the 49ers Super Bowl here.
Man, well, get the phone flashlights there. Oh, there we go. Somebody's playing with the light switch.
Yeah.
And maybe they didn't pay the electric bill.
I don't know what's going on here. Thank goodness we didn't lose the score, Bernie.
We
'cause that
have
would've been a
enough light to
disaster.
play right now, thank goodness. Hey, you and I used to shoot hoops till the sun went down.
Oh,
man.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, as long as there's a little bit of light on that rim, you can shoot.
Yeah.
We have a half court in my backyard. We lean a flashlight on a brick from deep beyond the 3-point line in mid-court, and as long as you can see the rim, you can shoot in the dark.
Okay, all right. Well, you get those friendly rolls on your home rims. I'm sure you figured out the trick.
You think
to it.
these rims are soft? See some people wearing masks. I see mask protocols have been put effect in 2 Montgomery County schools starting on Monday.
Yeah. I think I saw Philadelphia they are too. And the banks are open. 1 for 2 for Anthony Miller.
We are all tied at 16. 1:39 till halftime.
Little screen roll action here. Oh,
Here come the orange shirts. Miller, a little strong. Offensive rebound.
okay. A little excited there.
Let's go over our rosters for Texas. Amir Williams, Cassidy Jackson, Caden Kirby, Colton Kirby, Cole Smarecki, Jamison Mattis, Anthony Miller III, Sincere Young Crocker, Zacharias Rodriguez, and Chase Freese.
And I'll do the roster here for Florida State. We got Michael Fox, Derek Marlowe, Ethan Caballero, Justin Burke, Chase Drost, Taj Smith, Jonathan Kibler, Darius Tinson, and Zachary Young.
Inside of 1 minute, all tied. There's a triple.
Ooh.
Almost gets the roll.
There's a
Good job
Yep.
by number 23, Tinson.
Yep, working that offensive glass. I'm telling you, they're going to make hay down there doing that. Oh,
Tinson with a steal.
eyes on the rim.
Strong to the rack. Draws the foul. He'll go to the stripe.
Yep. That's a real smart move. Go as strong as you can there. He had the upper hand on that drive. You just got to make sure that look to get a shot off so we can get these free throws.
Man,
Here
if
we go,
I'm the
Darius.
7th and 8th grade coach at Pottstown Middle School, I'm salivating
Oh yeah, absolutely.
over this kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be, by next year, he'll be over 6 feet tall.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Of course, the Tinson family, along with another kid I coached, Brandon Tinson,
Okay.
and Brandon Tinson Jr., a lot of athletic DNA in that
Oh
family.
yeah.
32 seconds till halftime. Miller pumps, running one-hander, draws the foul. He will go to the charity stripe.
This Anthony Miller's pretty crafty. I've seen a couple times he's throwing some head fakes, getting some people to jump. And it usually ends up with him back at the foul line.
You know, I was a longtime fan of the European game, a little more artistic. Yeah, I'm surprised it took this long for the Euro step to become popularized in America.
Oh yeah. I mean, the European game is certainly a little bit different. They're always a couple steps ahead of us. Always add some innovation, you know.
I mean, look at some of the top players in the game right now. They're coming from Europe.
They are. Luka Doncic is pretty special. He's a special kid to watch. And Miller going 1 for 2 again. Yeah, 2-point ball game.
1917, team in yellow, Florida State, the 3 seed on top by 2. 20 seconds till halftime. Suffocating defense, stolen away. They've got time. 10 seconds. Kirby, nice pass by Kirby. Kirby follows it up at the buzzer.
There you go.
We are all tied at 19. We got a barn burner. We'll be right back with second half action.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
Welcome back. It is championship game number 2, grades 5 and 6. And we've got a barn burner. We're all tied at 19. I'm here with our color commentator, Coach Steve Palladino, assistant principal at Pottstown Middle School. Gus Tellis, our managing director. I'm Bernie Gallagher, your play-by-play. Inside action, number 23, Tinson, again with the offensive rebound. He's fouled, and he'll go to the stripe.
Yeah, he is all over the O glass today, Bern. Now we just got to keep this alive here at the free throw line. most of the time these guys are getting at least 1 out of 2, which is very good for this age. You want to see more. You just want to see some soft touches. That's what I like to see from the free throw line.
Now, how did your team do in the time you were coaching in the Pottstown Pride tournament?
The last year that I coached, we actually won our division, which was good. And then the last year that I coached was COVID. We didn't even get a chance to play that year.
Missed with a big rebound, and the ball is stuck. Come on, Tinson's old enough or tall enough to get it. He goes up. Oh, he almost had it. Jackson wants to get to take at it. Where's the cheerleader?
Didn't that happen twice in the tournament?
Yes, it did, and the ref bangs it up a little.
What are the odds? Here we go, full court defense. Love it.
Still tied at 19. Second half action inside.
Oh.
And there's a hard foul.
Tinson on the O-glass again. He's making a living there today.
No flagrant foul, but it looks like he turned his ankle.
He hurt his shoulder, Burn. I don't know.
Zacharias Jackson, boy, he's a long kid for a young athlete. Man, the potential when you see a coach sees a kid that's got arms and legs like that. Man, you can develop that kid.
Well, let's
Drost
see.
with the triple.
Wow.
Off the window, he called bank. Marecki sporting the camo. Kirby.
Oh, I thought he was sizing a 3
Oh
up
man,
there.
he was ready. Here comes Tinson. Passes ahead to Drew. Off the window. Tinson gets the rebound. No. Kirby comes up with it. Stop. Oh! Beautiful shot on the stop and pop by number 2, Cassidy Jackson.
See how the whole game starts to change when both teams here get the chance to run that full court press. All right. So potentially, Burn, I know you mentioned it, you might see Cassidy Jackson, you might see Chase Drost, you might see Darius Tinson all on the same team next year. Since they're all 6th grade at Pottstown Middle School. Oh yeah.
Who do you like in the 8th grade game?
Yeah, let me see here. I mean, each one of these games has a team that's undefeated against a team that is, only lost 2 or 3 games. And we already saw in the first game there was an upset. This game looks like it can go either way. So it's really tough to make a call on this right now. Oregon going in that game's 8-0. Villanova 6-3. It's tough to make a call.
Let me guess, Howard's team is Villanova.
I honestly think that they're Villanova. Yeah, they're Villanova. So I mean, it's tough to root against Howard Brown's team, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Want to give a shout out to the referees for tonight's tournament, Eric Doherty and Roger Perry.
Oh.
Marecki with a good handle down the boulevard and draws the foul. Yeah, he has excellent potential, this Marecki kid.
Yeah, he does. I think he's a Daniel Boone kid. Yeah, he goes to Daniel Boone.
Some of these kids are so long for their age. They'll be pulling a Vince Carter. He was dunking in 7th grade.
Yeah, okay.
You ever see that or hear that story?
I'm sure that's probably some basketball lore, or is that actually happened?
Vince Carter dunked in a junior high school game in 7th grade, dunked a basketball.
Okay. 360 between the legs like the
No,
dunk
he's
contest?
just happy with the dunk.
Smarecki cashes in on both. That's good. Oh, man.
Nice shot inside, but it can't convert by Drove.
They love this. I love this. Coaches love when their kids get on the floor, get after it.
Held ball possession arrow.
Stays here. We stay here with Florida State.
Team in orange, number 1 seed Texas with a 1-point lead with 15 minutes remaining in the game. Burke dials off the mark. Jackson with a handle. Running one-hander.
There we go. Look up. There we go.
A one-handed James Harden pass. A nice look by number 12, Kibler. A triple. Back iron. Not a bad shot at all. And again, Tinson dominating inside.
He's got to keep making these free throws. They're going to be so important down the stretch here. I said that early. I still am sticking with it. So you just brought up James Harden. What do you think of the Sixers?
If I could sign, instead of 1 year for $47 million, I'll make him an offer. Get him and his lawyer, his agent. They'll give you 3 years for 65, and they'll probably say no. But there's no way I'm offering him a max.
Oh, no way.
I mean, if he's a guy that can give me a 20 and 10 every night, but you need a Bradley Beal, you need a third piece. You know, they're not going to win it all with the current roster. No way.
Yeah, they need a bench. They need.
Would you give up Maxey to get Beal?
I don't know. Oh boy.
Yes or no? They lay it on the table. Maxey, and you can have Beal.
Just straight up?
Yep.
I'm in. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Oh man.
Nice look inside.
And the full court pressure's coming now.
Was that Tinson again?
That was Tinson again.
All right.
Rebound and put back.
Tinson puts his team up by 2 with 14 minutes left. Going the other way. Man, these coaches are coaching hard.
Yeah, they are. Gotta love to see that. Oh.
Well, your brother's right at home, you know, with the hat and the cargo shorts, you know. He's in his own element right now.
Oh, absolutely.
He looks comfortable. He's like me and Gus. He's the kind of guy who wears a hoodie and a hat, hiking boots or high tops, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He's having a good time.
With this recreational league, you do got to feel comfortable out here, you know.
Like
no need to wear a suit, a pant, any type of sport coat, and dress slacks today and a tie. You know?
I see you guys at the gym. He can throw some iron around, but amazing the amount of time he puts on in organizing this entire tournament.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of that goes overlooked. This is a lot of time, a lot of organization on his behalf. He deserves a lot of credit. I see how hard he works doing this. He deserves a lot of thanks. Let's put it like that. I think there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't know about. And it's from all the years that he's dedicated himself to basketball, you know, as a coach, as a former player, now as an official as well. I mean, you just learn all those tricks of the trade along the way, how to put something like this together.
Now, you being an assistant principal, do you find time to still officiate?
With the birth of our daughter, I kind of took a lot of time off this season. I plan on getting back in the swing of things this summer, with some summer leagues.
Young with a basket. Number 30, Zach Young with a big bucket. That's his team up by 4.
And they broke the full court pressure and got an easy bucket. Oh, man.
Another held ball possession arrow.
It's going to go.
Caballero getting it down in there.
I think there's a discussion on whether that was a 10-second violation or not.
We got to get Darius got to get teed up, man.
I don't want to see any technical fouls, Bern.
A running one-hander, strong.
And a
Nice rebound by Caden Kirby,
Yeah, that was-
and converts the bucket.
quick put back there. Good O board.
Traveling violation. Going the other way.
Full court pressure for both teams right now seems to be something that both coaches need to solve here.
"12 minutes remain in what has been scintillating action.
That was great defense by Darius Tinson. He was straight up.
Again, Caden Kirby with a basket.
Caden Kirby starting to catch a little bit of fire here. I've seen this before from the two Kirby brothers.
Look at Burke putting on a show.
Yeah, they are.
Nice rebound
There we
inside. Zach Young again.
Oh boy. All right.
You could hear the bodies banging that time.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a foul.
Uh-oh.
There go the lights again.
I don't know. Keep your head up, young man. Keep your head up. Up.
Oh my.
On cue. There goes that man
Beautiful
again, Byrne.
shot.
There he goes.
Kirby is on fire.
Uh-oh.
Stolen away. We're all tied. Jump
Chase
stop.
Freeze with a fake.
Freeze.
Oh, man. And we got a timeout. Oh, boy.
Just like that, Texas in orange, undefeated #1 seed, grabs the 2-point lead. And Steve, it all starts with that defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this full court pressure really adds a new, I would say, a new element to the game. And both coaches are having a little bit of trouble with it right at the moment. It looks like Florida State, I saw Texas was having trouble with it before this run took place. But right now, looks like Texas has the upper hand. This has been a great ball game so far, Byrne. It's a little bit of everything for people at home.
What's Coach Tenson saying to his guys in the huddle right now?
I think right now the main thing that he's probably talking about is to calm this down. I think that they're getting a little, they're playing into the hands of the defense, okay? They're getting really frenetic with them. I think they just need to slow down, keep their heads up, work the ball around. I think a lot of times they're dribbling right into the pressure.
11 minutes remain. It's a 2-point game. Texas in orange on top. This is the championship for grades 5 and 6.
All right, here we go. Oh.
Caballero.
Oh, that was a fancy move. And another foul.
Inside. That was either Young or Tinson.
That was Tinson again.
Okay, again.
He's making a living down there, man. Oh, great pass. Oh,
Tinson with a block. And they regain possession. Another held ball possession arrow.
see, and like if you look right now, Byrne, the back end. Oh, there we go. The back end of this press was weak, and now it's filled. Oh, another steal.
Freeze.
Oh.
And Tinson hammers him.
Yep. That was a frustration foul. No personal feelings. Kirby.
Baseline jumper.
Kirby
Kirby
again.
ridiculous on fire.
Yes, he
Taking
is.
over the basketball game. Burke, quick as a cat.
Oh.
Baseline pass to Tinson on the low block.
I think he touched the out of bounds line. Yep.
That's a good call. We are going the other way. Timeout on the floor. 10 minutes remain, a 2-point game. Texas in orange on top. Now let's look at the other huddle. What's your brother saying to his team right now?
I don't know. They're about ready to do a 5 change here. So the next group's coming in. I'm assuming they're going to probably keep the pressure on. I mean, that's really what kind of turned the tide here in this game. What's up, guys? How we doing? What's up? Up.
Drost inside, can't convert. Kibler with the ball.
Well, just calm it down, guys. Calm it down. Well,
Jackson with a steal.
it's a hot potato right now, Bird.
Frenetic action. Smerecki.
Trapped. Swing that ball. There it is. Oh. These teams are getting after it, man. There's been a lot of jump balls. I like it.
Man, this is not a game for the faint of heart.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
When is this going to get sent on YouTube?
I'm not sure, bub. You'll find out, I'm
This
sure.
game will be
Oh.
broadcast
Oh,
on
boy.
YouTube. You can just do a YouTube search for the PCTV network. Will also be shown on Comcast Cable. Thanks to the PCTV network, powered by TellusVision. Gus Tellis, our managing director. I'm here with our color commentator, Steve Palladino. And I'm Bernie Gallagher, your play-by-play. 8:45 remaining in the game. It's a 2-point game. Texas in orange is on top by 2, the number 1 seed, undefeated 8-0 against Florida State in orange, number 3 seed, coming into tonight's game with a record of 6-2. Burke.
Wow.
Measures but cannot connect. Turnover going the other way.
Got 8 minutes here. This is going to be a big part of the game. Oh, boy. Oh. Baseball pass.
My. Cassidy Jackson.
That was a good find by Colton Kirby on that one.
The lead has expanded to 4. Burke drains a triple. Oh, they needed that, Justin Burke.
Dare I say it, dagger.
And Elvis is in the house. Howard Brown has just entered the building.
Oh, man.
He and his son will be going for the championship in the next game. What a running one-hand layup. Beautiful shot there by Jackson.
We're back and forth there, Bernie. Oh, man. And the pressure.
Well, you talked about turnovers.
Yep. And the pressure's going to change the game. And so far right now, Texas has taken the upper hand here in the past probably I'd say about the past 8 minutes of the game.
Kirby in the lane.
Oh, there's got to be something here. Oh, man.
They're letting them play.
Yep. Oh.
There's another triple. A little strong.
Oh,
Hinson with the rebound. A 1-point game inside of 7 minutes. Stolen by Burke. A triple is blocked by Smerecki.
back and forth action, Byrne. Back and forth. This is a great game right here.
I got to admit, this has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I agree. It's certainly exceeded mine. Uh-oh. A lot of orange down here. Up and up. Gold got back. See now?
Turnover followed by a quick traveling
That's just
violation.
momentum right there. You can't really do anything about that, Taj Smith. Don't worry about it. Just get ready for the next play. Good rebound.
Oh my, Chase Freeth with a big bucket.
Yep. I was told that I have to call him Microwave Junior today. Oh.
Kibler
Oh, boy.
draws the foul.
All right.
Kibler showing some tenacity,
Yep.
and he'll go to the charity
And
strike.
these are very important here, Byrne, because the clock's going to continue to run. He needs to thread both of these here. I think if he can thread both, it's going to put them in good position here for the final 5 minutes. It's not live. Oh, you're recording it? Yeah. It'll be on YouTube as well. Okay.
39-36,
No. I'm being serious. It'll be on YouTube. Yeah.
Texas in orange in the lead.
That's a
Kibler
lane
can't convert.
violation.
Lane violation.
All right. All right, it's all right, Jonathan. Get after it on defense here now, kiddo. Oh, boy, we got one. We got a leaker.
Oh, Kirby had an easy basket,
Yep.
but he's played lights out. Got through his hands.
So
Coach?
right now the coaches have a free substitution. You can free sub at this point, so there's really no like fixed time for subbing.
Pinson with the rock, putting it on the deck. Tried to lead his teammate, but to no avail. So the clock is stopping now.
Yeah, we just have a ref time, so a kid can tie his shoe, it looks like.
Miller will inbound.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Jackson, and they get the timeout. Good coaching by Scott Palladino.
Yeah.
A fraction of a second later, and that would have been a turnover.
yeah, I believe so.
Boy, so many teaching points. If I'm a junior high coach, you can't ask for a better environment for your kids to develop.
Oh, absolutely. It's all what it's all about here, Bern. You get a chance to go out and play a full court game. You're going to see some pressure. You're going to see some zone. You'll see some man. We didn't see a whole lot of zone in this, any zone press, but the full court pressure has certainly been something that both teams have faced here. That's why we got a 3-point ball game here. I don't think this Florida State team is ready to pack it in. I really think that there's going to be a swing here. We're gonna see something really tight in the next 4 minutes and 8 seconds. I feel it.
4:08 remaining in the basketball game.
Texas is going to need a real good set here.
39-36. Texas in orange on top. Smerecki in the camo. Jackson, a three to tie it.
Wow. His own rebound. Oh, no.
Kirby again.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, yes, it's up now. The lead is 5.
And Caden Kirby, I'm pretty sure we've been calling his name for the past about 12 minutes.
Taking over the basketball
Yeah,
game.
he's been very, very active. Uh-oh.
Kirby again.
Oh. Freeze lines up a 3.
Jackson with the rebound. Miller for the triple.
3 minutes and 17 seconds left here.
You can see the body English on your brother. He's saying, hey, no hurry to shoot right now.
Yeah.
Got a 5-point lead with 3 minutes left.
Uh-oh.
Smerecki, Euro inside.
Oh, boy.
No call. They're letting them play.
And
There's a
another one.
basket. Wow. Kirby. Dominating performance. And one. The clock continues to run at 2:43 and counting.
Caden Kirby's just making a living on the simple plays. He's getting a lot of putbacks, a lot of easy looks. You would love to get that M1 there. Whoa!
A big bucket
That
by
was-
Drope.
Yeah, that was a great finish there by him. Great finish going away from the basket.
5-point game with 2:17 remaining. Texas in orange on top. Kirby. Back iron.
Oh,
Oh my.
Tinson, better watch your back. On the floor, everybody's on. Get him on.
There's a pass down low. Oh my.
Okay.
Furious action.
I don't know. I don't know if Florida State has a timeout here or not. But I would probably call one if they did.
5-point advantage for number 1 seed Texas in orange.
Oh,
Jackson gets in, held ball possession arrow.
Gonna stay with Texas here.
Texas will get possession. Time is running out.
Oh,
Hammered inside. Make him earn it at the strike. I like it.
and so we'll get a stop clock here for a minute on. Smaraki needs to make these free throws. Really gonna give his team some comfort. Ah, yeah.
Drains the first one. Knocks down the second.
Stepped into those shots like he invented them, Byrne. I love it.
Amazing.
Oh, no.
Jackson with a steal. They are in no hurry.
They should not be. They should
Maraki's
be
gonna
pulling that ball out.
burn some
All right,
time.
that's a smart
They
foul
draw-
there.
Yep,
It's a
absolutely.
smart foul.
Drove-
Now, I think there is.
Seven-point lead with 51 seconds remaining. And your brother's team wins it almost every year.
He actually doesn't. He really doesn't.
They beat Coach Hughes that one year.
He did. That was the last year I coached with him. Hughes actually has more titles than he does. Yeah.
Well, Hughes is now the head football coach
Yeah, he
at
is.
Pottstown.
It's
Congratulations.
about time too.
Levert Hughes.
Glad he's getting his opportunity.
Congratulations.
Both free throws.
47-38, all but dagger to the heart here. They're going to need a miracle. Running one-hander, no good. The other Kirby, Colton Kirby. Good defense by Tinson.
Your head up. There we go. Feed the inside.
Burke rims out.
Hold the ball. Or,
Jackson.
Or score a layup. Hey.
And that's going to pretty much seal the deal with 10 seconds remaining. Just like that, the lead has ballooned to 11. 3 at the buzzer, no good. And that's it. Congratulations, Coach Scott Palladino and Texas finish off their undefeated season 9-0, and they are the champions.
And Florida State has nothing to hang their heads about. Coach Darius Tinson and Chris Drost did a great job over there. There was just a run that occurred at I'd say it was about the 12, 13 minute mark, and they just couldn't withstand that run the rest of the game. But that was a great effort. Really good game, really good game.
Welcome back, everyone. It is time for championship game number 3, grade level 7 and 8 for the Pottstown Pride Basketball Champ Tournament 2022. Joined by color commentator Jamie Paris. I'm Bernie Gallagher, your play-by-play. Gus Tellis, managing director. Villanova in blue, coached by Howard Brown. Oregon in green. And inside, a nice bucket early on. As soon as he turns his back, we'll get the number. But Villanova takes an early 2-0 lead. Down the boulevard, throws it up and in. Beautiful shot by number 13, Rosenberger. Previous basket by Villanova was John Fink. We're all tied at 2 early on. Jamie, by the tempo early, looks like it's going to be a good game.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. These teams worked extremely hard throughout the season, and they got here. Howard's team, Villanova, just had an upset yesterday. So again, they're here, and they're ready, they're hungry, and ready to play.
Oregon in black is the number 1 seed, 8-0. Villanova in blue, the number 3 seed, 6-3. Number 22, Brown with a jumper. He's fouled. That is the son of the coach, Howard Brown. And it looks like Greg Rosenberger, the coach of Oregon, also has a son or two on the team. But Howard Brown, star at Villanova and Pottstown, 93 state champ, 1,000-point scorer college and high school. And this kid, I saw him about 5 years ago. He looked good. He's grown a bit. He's in 8th grade. Chances is he'll start varsity in 9th grade.
That is a high possibility. He's going to end up going to Phoenixville, and I'm excited to see him. I've known him ever since he was a child, so I'm excited to see how well he does and everything.
Good rebound inside by Fink. I like this number 21 Fink. He's long. He's got to be 8th grader. He looks like he's about 6'2".
Yeah, big kid, man. He's a big kid. They got a couple big kids out there too. Doctor as well on the black team. He's a big kid as well.
I know that name, Doctor. That's a Pottsgrove name. Brown with the basketball, Euro step and convert. Beautiful move by Brown.
Yeah. Again, I'm sure he's gonna have a big game today. He has plenty of big games, each and every game. So I'm excited for him and see how he plays and see how well he does.
Good hustle by Burgess. Another familiar Pottstown name. I coached Devin Burgess on the undefeated Pottstown team 2002. So it's 4-2 early on. This is for the championship. Let it all hang out now.
Yeah,
man.
got to play or go home. No matter what, you go home. But I mean, you want to go home with a smile. I had to tell my kids earlier today. I mean, somebody's gonna go home and not be too happy.
Stolen away. Here come the black shirts. Damian Doctor with the basketball. They got some long kids.
Yeah,
man.
very long. He's another kid from Pottsgrove. I'm sure he's gonna have a big season with Palladino as well.
Dad, Darius Doctor.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you're correct. I'm not too sure, but if you're not mistaken, it's
football
correct.
and basketball for Pottsgrove. Not maybe 10 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I did hear about his dad used to play basketball and play sports as well.
Doctor again with a steal, but we got a stoppage of play. Villanova will retain possession. Coach, your team had a nice season. Congratulations on a good job this year.
Yeah, my kids played hard. We played about 10 games and only lost 2. So we lost that one game. This last game we just lost was a big one. But again, like I said, my kids played hard all year long, and I'm just so happy. The biggest thing about Pride that we're excited about is just seeing the growth throughout the years and how well these kids get better each and every year. I mean, Dawson is one of those kids that played ever since he was in 3rd grade, so to see him get better each and every day is cool.
Doctor making his presence felt early on with multiple rebounds, always near the basketball. Brown looking to play some D, then he gets another steal. Off the window, count it.
Again, there he goes, man. There he goes. I'm excited to see his high school career. I know we're here at Pride, but I'm excited to see his high school career come in and just see how well he does.
Doctor gives it up. Rosenberger with the triple. Soft rims went in and out. Fink. Turnover.
Another kid to watch as well is Rosenberg as well. He's a kid to watch for sure. He's also going to be a Pottsgrove kid as well. And I'm excited to see how he plays and how he grows. His dad's been a part of our league coaching. Mr. Rosenberg has been out there coaching Coach Greg for the last couple of years as well. So we're excited to see the growth and see how well they do.
I got to offer you congratulations. You just achieved a doctorate degree. We're proud of you. Good job.
Appreciate it. It's always it's a win when Pottstown does well, and I just feel like it's another win for Pottstown.
How
for
many
sure.
doctorates in the family now? Both you and your wife?
Yes.
Two doctorates in the same family. That's awesome.
It's
man.
a blessing. It's definitely a blessing for sure. I could never have dreamt that would have been possible or happened. So it's good. It's good.
Rosenberger down the boulevard. He is fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe.
Again, Rosenberg is a kid that you're going to hear for the next couple of years. He's also in 8th grade, going to 9th grade. And I'm sure he's going to get a lot of playing time with Palladino in this up and coming season.
Rosenberger played for the Pottsgrove Middle School this past year. Again, this is the third of 3 championship games, grade level 7 and 8. Unique shooting style, but he drains them both.
Yes.
Referees Eric Doherty and Roger Perry for all 3 games. These referees deserve a Gatorade after the game.
For sure, man. They've been working hard, and we're excited. And it's been a long week too. Many of these refs and many of these coaches and volunteers, and they've been here throughout the whole week. We had games starting on Tuesday, where they were supposed to start on Monday, but we weren't able to because of the weather. And so we had games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now we're here Friday night celebrating this as well.
Meanwhile, Brown converted a 2 and now a triple. So Brown is quietly taking over this game. It's 11-4 early on. Villanova in blue on top. Nice hustle inside. Damian Doctor and 1.
Yeah, I think for he's the motor throughout the year. He's been the motor of their team. So hopefully he continues to keep this energy going and keep this energy alive.
Now you're still teaching in the Pottstown School District, correct?
Yes, at Rupert Elementary, 3rd grade. Big shout out to Rupert. Big shout out to Matt Moyer, the president over there.
Out here supporting.
Yes, he was. He definitely supports his town, and he's here when he can be, for sure.
Brown down the boulevard, but Doctor says not this time with the block. Brown couldn't be in a better program because Phoenixville, where he will be in 9th grade next year, got hammered by graduation.
Oh, yeah, and like I said, that's one of the biggest reasons he probably has a good chance of starting and playing there. Phoenixville also has a good reputation of starting their kids out young and playing basketball really young.
I did one of their games last year. They had 11 seniors on the team that have been together since middle school. They'll all be gone.
Yeah, oh, wow.
So if they're ever the perfect situation for a 9th grader, it'll be for Brown at Phoenixville next year.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure also he's going to earn every minute of the time he gets as well. He's a good kid. He works hard. He does really well in school as well. So it's good to see that again. It's good to see that.
For the casual fan, it's a really fun story. It's 93 state champs Howard Brown, the coach for Pottstown, scored 1,000, went on to Villanova, scored 1,000, played professional in Spain, met a beautiful young Spanish woman, got married, had a child, and there he is, number 22.
Yeah, playing basketball. Again, like I said, growing up, I used to admire, and I still do, but just being able to see him and his child out here now playing basketball is a beautiful thing.
Doctor with the look inside, but great defense by number 2, Jace Burgess.
You surprised his uncle used to be a linebacker. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's Devin, right?
Yes, Devin, yeah.
Nice bucket inside for Oregon. Number 5, Landon Deininger. Robinson with a triple and knocks it down.
He's another Pride kid that's been here since he was in 3rd and 4th grade. And again, like I said, to be able to see these kids do well, I know him and his parents really work hard with him as well. So it's good to see him as well.
I love the hair. He's got the Tyrese Maxey look to him. He could shoot like Maxey. He's got a future.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Ten minutes till halftime. The format is we'll play 2 20-minute halves. This is for the championship. It's the third of 3 championship games here at the Pottsgrove High School. Organized and run by Scott Palladino, head coach at Pottsgrove boys basketball. Also, Judge Palladino in the Pottstown district. Get a stoppage of play and a foul. See, that'd be me out there, referee with a knee brace, you know. Gotta be ready, man. Rosenberger, number 13, steps to the line. See some good Pottsgrove representation in this game.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Again, there's a lot of Pottsgrove. Again, one of the biggest things with the league is we have kids from all over. We have kids from Daniel Boo. We have kids from Pottsgrove. There's a young gentleman called Tyler Blom. He's from O&J. He'll have the opportunity to play next year probably too as well. He's number 10. So again, a lot of different kids from a lot of different areas able to play, which is a great thing.
Games will be shown on YouTube in high definition, also shown on Comcast Cable. Just go on YouTube and search the PCTV network as Brown gets another basket, and you'll see all kinds of YouTube high def, football, baseball, basketball, wrestling. Villanova up in blue, up 6, first half action. Fink inside, can't control.
Oh, wow. I thought he got rid of the ball before that.
Yeah, they're going to call a 3-second violation. I thought it was a little quick. So you're allowed to press at this level compared to your level, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, again, like I said, 7th, 8th grade, we want to make sure they're playing basketball the correct way. So again, there's not too many different rules as how they would play if they were in middle school or going to the high school as well.
Meanwhile, Rosenberg with a beautiful bucket inside. Brown can't convert. Doctor with another rebound. Put a little weight on this. Doctor could get him in the weight room.
Oh yeah, for sure, and he's a young kid, so he'll hopefully get it.
Rosenberger again. Suddenly it's interesting. We have a 2-point game.
Yeah. They're coming with that press in there. Seems like the press is working a little bit for him.
We don't have a number on that young man. Do we know his name?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Micaiah Samuel.
Okay. Micaiah Samuel out of the Pottstown Middle School. Baseline jumper off the mark. Good rebound by Fink. Here come the blue shirt. Brown, Euros inside. Rejected by Doctor. And he keeps it in play.
Again, as I stated earlier, man, he's the motor that runs this ship. So if he could keep his motor going and keep things rolling, it'll definitely be a good game.
Boy, touchy foul called there. My goodness, let him play. Referee's done an okay job tonight, but the 3-second violation and that touchy foul, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, again, like game's all about runs, man, and this is right now Oregon's run, and hopefully Villanova will be able to make a run pretty soon as well.
Doctor and Rosenberger keeping their team in it. Fink and Rosenberger battle. Rosenberger again. He gets the basket. Oh my. We're all tied at 16. 5 minutes till halftime. They're calling this game a little tighter.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I guess what's the rationale? Next year you're going to be playing organized high school ball. I guess call it the way the high school kids call it, but compared to the fast and furious action at your level, oh my goodness, there had to be 150 fouls in that game.
There was a couple fouls we definitely needed a little bit more that we got, but it was all good. Like I said, it's good for them. It's good that they play basketball. It's good that they come out here and they're able to play.
Wild launches a triple, a lefty off the mark. They get the offensive rebound. Brown again, real good handle, good quickness. Back over crossover, step back. Good defense by Rosenberger. And Doctor with another rebound.
Yeah, just a little too much. It seemed like it was just a little too much for him.
Doctor with a basket, no call on the foul. Brown all the way, can't get it. Doctor with another. Doctor's got to have 10 rebounds.
Oh,
already.
for sure. I don't think he came out the game either.
And he's giving his team the lead. Suddenly, the team in black, Oregon, is up 2. Rosenberger for a triple, in and out. All alone
that
is
was
Samuel. No. Is he trying to dunk?
I'm not too sure.
He tried to dunk.
I think he was getting excited. He was a little
That
too
was
excited.
a Dr. J. Tomahawk slam.
Yeah, but it looks like somebody from Villanova got to kind of step up a little bit more than Brown right now.
Well, you were dunking in 8th grade, I'm told, right?
Yeah, I hit a couple Will Mills once in a while.
I can still dunk on a 9-foot basket. Timeout on the floor. And getting back to one of the things Coach Scott Palladino and I talked about in the first game, the integration of the two communities, Pottsgrove and Pottstown, such rivals, but yet you bring them together in this venue.
Yeah, for sure. I think, again, like I said, I think it's a great experience for those two to be able to, get together and play together and to work together as well, for sure.
You couldn't have a more intense rivalry than Pottstown, Pottsgrove.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I love to see the fans sitting together. They're on the same team. You know, in a year you'll be playing against each other.
Yes, yeah, I mean, for sure. And like I said, I think the rivalry goes hard and it plays hard. And I think it's one of those things that make a lot of sense to kind of join us together and then have good basketball and have good football and have good sports all together.
Howard Brown down there in that huddle. What's he telling his team right now?
I'm sure he's telling them to pick up the intensity, understand that this is a storm and you got to weather the storm a little bit. And I think that plays a huge part. Again, like I said, right now they're just going through a storm and they just got to weather the storm. And I'm sure they'll get better. I'm sure they'll get with it.
Oregon, Rosenberger dials a 3 and Doctor get in and out on these soft rims. I like the presence of Oregon. They're the team in black. They're calm and collected. They just quietly took over the lead.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Rosenberger draws the foul again.
Yeah, I think they have a calmness to them, and they understand that how the game goes and how to play, and they understand that even though a team might be up, they still got a chance to play because they work together. There's a couple of them that also play AAU together as well, which Coach Greg, again, coaches the AAU team, and some of them play together in AAU. So, again, they've been playing a lot of basketball together for sure.
Back iron on the first one. As Coach Steve Palladino and I discussed, I've always felt the big 3 in basketball was foul shooting, rebounding, and protecting the basketball.
Okay, yeah.
Integral part of the game.
Oh, for sure. And I think it's even more crucial now because a lot of the kids are losing those fundamental pieces.
Brown step back 3, front iron. Doctor's challenging him. He's getting in his vision.
Oh, for sure.
His long arms.
You know, in the beginning of the game, Dawson kind of started off real strong, and I'm sure he's going to end strong. But right now, he's just going through a little drought. And again, a couple other people have to step up as well.
Doctor again. Puts his team quietly now up 5. A 7-0 run by Oregon in black. 2:21 till halftime.
They got to make sure that they get out these 2 minutes with some solid. I mean, the lead doesn't go any further from this.
Doctor's got to have 15 rebounds in the first half.
I'm sure he's close.
They appear to be the 2 best players in the league.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, like I said, there's a lot of good players in the league, and I think right now we're seeing 3 of them right now. Regensburg is a little bit quiet, but again, I think
I was
Doctor.
going to say the combination of Rosenberger and Doctor might be too. On paper, you can see why they're undefeated.
Yep. And again, like I said, I think right now we're watching 3 of the best kids that's in the league, with adding Dawson into that mix as well.
There's a switch. Big height advantage for Dr. Rosenberger. Brown with a near steal. Off the window again. Greg Rosenberger taking control of the basketball game. They're up 7. Brown with the bucket off the glass.
Oh, that was huge for them. That was huge. That kind of stopped. They couldn't score for the last couple of minutes, and that kind of stopped things right there, which is good. I mean, especially going the first half, they get a stop right now, and hopefully, continue to play. They'll be all right.
Oh my! Greg Rosenberger out of the Pottstown Middle School. Is Scott Palladino still here? He's got to be.
Yes.
There he is. He's looking at this kid in 8th grade. He's going to say next year he's in my program. And he's got some meat on his bones, too. He looks like a football player.
Oh,
Technical foul in the court.
Oh, number 13.
Wow. 25-20, 44 seconds till halftime. Villanova in blue with a chance to put a dent in that deficit. Oh my. Doctor's hand was up above the rim on that attempted rebound. Rosenberger thought about a triple. It's a 2-man game with these two.
Oh, for sure. I mean, again, like I said, they play a lot of basketball together, which plays a huge part of their success, for sure.
Twin Towers, and Rosenberger and Doctor.
Yeah, I think if Villanova could get out here with this 5-point deficit, I think they'll be in good shape going in the second half.
Jose Cherrier at the stripe with 10 seconds till halftime. Rosenberger with the offensive rebound. Almost an incredible shot. 3 seconds. Brown launches. No good. Hey, welcome back everyone. It is second half action of championship game number 3, grade 7 and 8 level. Villanova in blue, Oregon in black. Oregon up 25-20. 20 minutes. Basketball remaining, good crowd on hand. Jamie Parrish, our color commentator, on Bernie Gallagher, your play-by-play. Gus Pellis, our managing director, and Coach Parrish. They're calling this game pretty tight.
Oh, for sure. They're calling a lot of calls, which, again, as they should, especially on some of the players that need to understand it. Like, again, they're going to be playing at the high school level next year. So, again, it's good. It's good for them. It's good for them to kind of hopefully get over the adversity of everything and everything like that.
Greg Rosenberger continues to impress.
Yeah, again, another Pottsgrove kid. And I'm sure Palladino's excited to have him come to their program next year for sure.
Rosenberger with a rebound. Man, he's a good-sized kid for 8th grade, too.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
Fink with a good defensive rebound. Here comes Brown. Elbow jumper. Fink with the rebound, and he is fouled.
Yeah, again, we got to get some more productivity from some other kids for sure, and hopefully this thing comes alive in the second half. I believe Fink is another Pottsgrove kid as well.
Yes, he is. Oh, you read my mind. Coach Palladino here with a close eye on this action. He sees 2 kids that, could very well help him next year.
Yeah, real quick. Yeah,
He
real
started
quick.
3 sophomores and a freshman, so they're going to be young. Pottstown High School.
Gotta get some
Nice
boys.
job inside by Doctor. They're up 9. Suddenly, the lead has ballooned. Fink, defensive lapse.
Yeah, again, like I said, Paladino is excited. I'm sure he's excited to see what the future brings with a lot of these kids from Pottsgrove.
Villanova down 7. The team in blue, Brown. Oh, a beautiful scoop. You know, he might not be playing his best game so far, but you can obviously see the skill.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And again, he got a lot of basketball left. As I told my kids when we were down, there was a lot of basketball left, and they're not in the zone right now. So hopefully that zone puts a little bit more pressure on them to play basketball and work hard and continue to go. Maybe the zone will change it up. Seems a little frustrated. Kids are getting a little frustrated right now. So again, got to overcome the frustration and work hard and overcome it. And like I said, I think it's good to see.
Doctor in
back in the
control.
zone.
Gives it up to Rosenberger for a 3 and nails it. Bang!
And that's how he has to get over the adversity of getting fouled and working. That's how he has to get over adversity.
Doctor to Rosenberger again! Ridiculous! They are taking control of the game. Did you hear the call? I couldn't hear what
Yeah,
you
it was a
said.
delay of game warning. Regensburger touched the ball, which he shouldn't have touched the ball there. Again, they're calling the game tight here. It's getting a little tighter. It's getting a little.
So this is Mackay Samuel at
Yes.
the line.
Yes. Yes. Again, he's been playing throughout the year. I think this is one of his first years playing organized basketball, which is, again, a lot of these kids, this is his first time coming in and playing organized basketball. So it's great to see these kids come and perform and do well and adapt to what's going on.
And he makes 1 of 2. Short launches. Man, they're calling it tight at this level.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's the correct call, but a lot of times in the youth leagues, they don't call everything. Despite the 150 violations in your game.
I'm glad they ain't call everything
You know
in our
what?
game.
The energy level in that grade 3 and 4 game was outrageous. It
got
was
a lot-
like
you got a lot of
it was like
parents.
a state final, in Hershey.
Again, Reisenberger for another
Wow.
3. Knocks
He
down a
is
3.
Feeling it. He knows the head coach is here, Scott Palladino.
Oh, for sure.
And I want to play varsity in 9th grade.
And like I said, he got a calmness to him. He got a big calmness to him, which is great to see.
Tyrese Maxey with the ball. Oh, there's a hard foul by Doctor. Burgess will go to the strike.
I think some of these kids are very fortunate that nobody can really foul out. It's just a lot of team fouls. I think they're fortunate.
Oh, I always used up my fouls. We'll get all 5 of them.
Oh, you got to.
Make them count.
You got to.
There will be no layups. NBA action. Good rebound by Parker Ball. Held ball possession arrow. Will go to the team in black, Oregon.
Yeah, I think they got to put a little pressure on them and press a little bit coming in and try to do everything they can do to try to slow them down a little bit.
Hill, or Ball launches. Is that Lonzo Ball? What a good basketball name.
Yeah.
Parker Ball. Nice left hand by Brown.
Again, the game's not close to being over. It's a tight game, down by 7, 12 minutes to go. Still plenty of time to work and keep playing basketball.
Deininger. Coach Brown down there giving instructions to the guys on the bench.
Oh, for sure. Got to make sure everybody's on the right period. I think, again, like I said, I think the energy got to pick up even more.
He looks good. He looks like he can still play, Howard Brown.
Oh yeah. He definitely
Some
looks
guys
good.
got it all going on.
For sure.
Got a son that's
Good shot.
dropping threes. You married a beautiful Spanish woman. You got a full head of hair. He's not an ounce of fat, you know.
Yeah,
got
for
a
sure.
93 state title ring on his hand.
He's an alumni that's doing well in basketball. Again, I think the energy needs to pick up.
Play professional. Brown, Dr. H. scoops under him.
I think the energy got to pick up. Energy's picking up.
Just like that, it's a 2-point game. They had him on the rope.
Again, basketball is a game of runs, and now this is the Villanova's run right now. They just got to keep it, hold on to it, keep going strong. I think everybody has to give a little bit more energy out there.
Deininger launches. Stanford with a rebound. Then the rosters for Oregon: Logan Stanford, Dylan Short, Jose Charias, Chance Rosenberger, Landon Deininger, Damian Dr. Greg Rosenberger, Parker Ball, and Luke Pinchot.
Yes. Yeah, not a bad foul right here. Especially,
Coach,
with
why
Dr.
don't you
going
give
down.
us the Villanova roster?
Oh, so Villanova roster is Niall Powell, number 1. We have Jace Burgess, number 2. We have Lee Bradley, number 3. We have Sakit Markland, number 4. Number 5, Taryn Robinson. Number 10, Tyler Blom. And number 11, Malik Samuel. Number 21, John Fick. And number 22, Dawson. And, of course, the head coach, Howard Brown.
One thing I wanted to ask you, are academics integrated into the formula for participation?
No, it's not. One of the biggest things is we try to communicate with the teachers and communicate with the school districts about students' behavior more than anything. And sometimes if we hear that students not behaving as well as they should be, we try to talk to them and have conversation with them and try to hopefully they change things around and possibly maybe lose game time or time during the game as well.
And I got to ask you while I have you here, you're a basketball junkie like me. James Harden comes into your office with his agent, your Daryl Morey. He wants 1 year for 47, or are you going to give me a multiple offer? What would you say if you were his agent and I said to you, we'll give you 3 years, instead of 1 year it's 47, I'll give you 3 years at 65?
I'd take the 3 years at 65 for sure.
Okay.
I
don't think Harden would take that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think, again, like I said, I think a lot of his game shows what type of player he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to give you 20 and 10, but he's not the James Harden.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
know.
But again, like I said, also at the same time, he has to be in a position where he understands where his productivity is a little lower than what it was before. And then also, he hopefully he's in a position where he wants to help Philly out.
Would you give him the max, the big 150?
Oh, no. There's no way. There's no way.
Would you give up Maxey for Beal?
No, I don't know. I mean, that's tough for me. That's tough
I
for me
would.
right there.
I would. Rosenberger, front iron, Doctor with rebound number 25, and finds a teammate wide open, number 3, Chariot. Brown for 3, and he buries it. He's ready for high school action. I've seen enough.
Again, like I said, man, it's so good to see that kid play out and balling the way he is.
Left, you could see Doctor's jersey stretching out from here.
Wow, and they had 2 good looks, man. They had 2 really good looks to tie the game up. I mean, Dawson wasn't able to connect, but I'm sure he's going to be able to connect that in another way, man. In another game.
And they were both nice-looking shots. Good arc, good backward rotation, in and out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
basketball's a funny game. You got to stay mentally tough when you're not always going to knock. Michael Jordan, missed a game-winning shot how many times? Like 50 times?
I'm sure.
You're not going to knock them all
I'm sure.
down.
So hopefully he can get the ball back here. Rebound. No,
Another offensive
rebound.
Reached in with .2. So you cannot do a catch and shoot. So that pretty much should seal the deal. Even if he misses the foul shot, it's impossible in the rule book to catch and shoot. And
he knocks it down too. He knocks it down.
Carry it.
Again, they played hard. Everybody played hard, and it's so good to see.
Good game for both teams. Good effort. That'll do it. Congratulations to Oregon in black. Coach Greg Rosenberger. Good effort by Howard
Tough
Brown
loss.
of Villanova. For Jamie Parris, Gus Fellis, I'm Bernie Gallagher. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Yes.